Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jackie Lovely, and I'm the MLA for the Camrose constituency, and I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to the University of Calgary Spy Hill campus. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta Districts 5 and 6. Agriculture is a foundational economic sector that creates opportunities in every region of our province while feeding the world. However, the global shortage of veterinarians poses a significant challenge to the health and productivity of livestock and farm animals, making it difficult for producers to access timely and quality veterinarian care. This is why I'm so proud to be a part of a government that is marketing targeted investment to support our rural economy, open doors for students, and get more veterinarians trained and working in rural Alberta. In support of our government's initiatives, I introduced Motion 524 in November 2021 to recognize the important work of veterinarians and explore ways our government can help increase the number of veterinarians serving rural Albertans. This motion passed with unanimous consent of the Assembly, and I'm so grateful our government for acted on behalf of the province's interests to increase veterinary education and opportunity. And thank you to the University of Calgary and to the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine for your partnership and our government and taking serious action to support livestock producers. And I just wanted to stop and pause for just a moment and give a special shout out to Pam Cholak. So Pam really got the ball rolling with me. She's a consultant with What Matters. And Dr. Weller, where's Dr. Weller? She's going to be coming to the podium here as well. And Dr. McCorgill, thank you so much for your support for me with my motion moving this forward. As a rural Albertan and as an MLA, this was highlighted to me by my constituents as being a #1 priority. And I'm so glad that we're finally moving forward on that today with a groundbreaking ceremony. And with that, I would like to introduce our amazing Minister Sawhney. Thank you.
Thank you, MLA Lovely, and thank you for your advocacy. That's why we're here today, and welcome everybody. It's great to see so many people here today for this amazing and monumental announcement. All right, it is a pleasure to be here today at a University of Calgary campus. U of C is my alma mater, and whenever I tour one of our world-class post-secondary institutions, I'm always reminded of the importance of what happens here for our society and for our economy, and especially for our students. Colleges, universities, and polytechnics matter today, and obviously well beyond today. This is where the future is being made, not just the future of students' careers and lives, but the future of our province. And that is what brings us together here today. Back in 2005, the University of Calgary established its Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Alberta's first true school of veterinary medicine. Over the years, Alberta's government supported the decision to consolidate Alberta's veterinary training in Calgary instead of sending our students to programs outside of the province. In less than 2 decades, the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine has become recognized among the top 50 veterinary programs worldwide and is renowned for its innovative approach to veterinary education and basic and applied research. As we have seen in so many professions, the demand for veterinarians has been growing, as has been mentioned, particularly in rural Alberta. And our booming economy has only heightened that demand. Just last year, my predecessor, Minister Nicolaides, announced an additional $8.4 million over 3 years to expand student capacity by 15 seats in the veterinary medicine program. Today, I'm so very pleased to announce that Alberta's government is providing a further $11.2 million to support the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. The additional funding it truly is fantastic news worthy of applause. This additional funding will achieve 2 very important goals. First, a $10 million expansion of program capacity It will help address the demand for more veterinarians. And secondly, I'm happy to announce on behalf of my colleague, the Minister of Agriculture and Irrigation, RJ Sigurdsson, an additional $1.2 million, which will support equipment for molecular diagnostics for livestock and capital funding for renovations to the clinical skills building and lab equipment. Beginning in the 2025-26 academic year, these investments will allow the University of Calgary to welcome even more veterinary students, increasing the number from 50 to 100. This is an important milestone. It doubles the student levels from 2021 to 2022. As part of the expansion, the funding will support development of a new veterinary learning commons building here at the Spy Hill campus. This new modern facility will have flexible learning spaces, wellness spaces, and numerous student gathering areas to achieve new levels of excellence in the educational experience. Since the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine was established almost 20 years ago, we have seen the value of investing in access to this program for Albertans. The program's highly skilled graduates support rural Alberta, our animal and equine industries, overall animal and human health research, and of course, public health. By providing a new and modern learning space here in Calgary, Alberta's government is offering more opportunities for Alberta veterinary students to learn and contribute their expertise closer to home. In conclusion, as Minister of Advanced Education, I'm committed to working with our post-secondary community to provide our province with the skilled professionals that we need to serve Albertans. I'm so very excited for the University of Calgary, for the students, and for the significant difference that today's investment will make for the University of Calgary's Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, and of course, for Alberta's future veterinarians. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share this wonderful news with all of you. Thank you. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing the President, Mr. Ed McCauley.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really great to see everybody here today. It's just an amazing afternoon to see members of the government, but also members of our community and also our colleagues from the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine. It's just an incredible day. We also have members of the Alberta Veterinary Medicine Association here with us, including incoming president, Dr. Serge Chaloux, who will be speaking a little bit later. And again, welcome to those people who haven't had a chance to visit our University of Calgary Spy Hills campus, a campus that we're very, very proud of, and soon to become the home of the Veterinary Learning Commons building, which you'll see in a moment. Something we are very, very excited about, something we know the entire veterinary community and the important animal-focused industries they serve are also extremely excited about. And something that's possible thanks to the significant and generous provincial investments to expand our capacity, which I know are strongly backed by our community that we serve. Our capacity for diagnostic services, something very, very important across the province. Capacity in terms of increasing our enrollment, as the minister mentioned, in terms of enabling the University of Calgary to actually double the number of veterinary seats per year to 100 seats per year. A very, very important capacity. That means we are going to be able to create more veterinarians for this province who are urgently needed to serve and fill the shortage of Alberta's needs for veterinary services, as well as knowledge that we're creating through veterinary science. Every Albertan knows how important veterinary medicine is to our economy, and we can only support those sectors if universities like the University of Calgary train people in in-demand skills so they can keep up with the job market, as well as its changing needs, the way in which we treat animals throughout the province. And we could not do that without the incredible support of our partners, like the provincial government, and the incredible support from our community. An example I think people know about quite well is our support from valued philanthropists like Jack Anderson and Wynne Chisholm. Thanks to their generous gift of the WA ranches just west of here, University of Calgary can offer veterinary students a truly hands-on experience, one that's helped us propel up the ranks of veterinary schools. We might be the newest in Canada, but we're already ranked number 3. And Minister, We're not only the top 50 globally, we're number 34 globally, which is just amazing given the age of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine here at the University of Calgary. So with this cutting edge infrastructure like this one that's being announced today, whose groundbreaking we celebrate today as well, we're able to do even more. More training, more research, and more support for a critical sector of Alberta's economy. And now I would like to welcome Dr. Renata Weller, the Dean of Veterinary Medicine at the University of Calgary, to speak in more detail about how this additional support will transform veterinary education and diagnostics.
Thank you, President, for the nice introduction, and welcome, Minister. Welcome, Jackie. Welcome, all the guests. I'm truly appreciative that you are here to celebrate with us this absolute milestone in our journey together to address the veterinary shortage in Alberta. Now, the veterinary shortage is a global thing, right? What I have to tell you that I came here 2 years ago from London and UK, that is, not Ontario, and we have been working on this problem there already. Now, the difference is, excuse me, Alberta did something about it. And it was absolutely exemplary in the way the ABMA, our regulatory body for the veterinary profession here, the government and the university work together to address it, right? Problem, come up with a solution. This was absolutely outstanding. So thank you very much to everyone who made this possible. Obviously, I'm a vet by profession and also by passion, so it's very important for me that the veterinary needs are met of all the animals in this province. So many people own dogs, cats, horses, guinea pigs, and other things. But vets do way more than that, right? We safeguard you from anything to do with food. So many of you may have had some milk with their cereal this morning, or an egg for breakfast, or are planning to have some steak or chicken for dinner. This won't happen without a veterinarian behind it. So we are safeguarding population health. And ever since COVID hit, I think it's very clear to everyone that viruses don't necessarily respect species borders or any border, geographical border or anything else. So what the veterinary profession also does is we do disease surveillance. We watch and we react. And one of those units is housed here. That's the Diagnostic Services Unit, and our director, Dr. Jen Davis, is sitting right here. This team does an amazing job just doing that for us, keeping us safe. And obviously, money is needed for this, right? So we have to pay salaries, vets are in demand, and for operations. So thank you to the government for recognizing the importance of this service and for providing the funding to continue with this service. So thank you very much for this. So 2025, we will need a new building. I have the building team in the back here, right? We are on top of this, are we? I'm with Dialogue and Alice Dawn. This building will open, otherwise we have a bit of an issue. It will open, yeah, right? And that awesome infrastructure is brilliant. The other thing we need is a new curriculum, because what works for 50 students doesn't necessarily work for 100 students. So we have a very dedicated team working on this. And something very special happened here. I have been through this process twice before in 2 different countries, and you usually have to kind of bribe, blackmail people into helping you with this. Because what you need to know is, what does the market need? What are the skills, attributes, the knowledge that the vets of tomorrow need, right? So we went out to the community, and thank you, MLA Lovely, for making a lot of those connections for us. And big thank you to Pam Jolak for also making those connections to us. We talked to hundreds of people. They wouldn't stop coming. They all wanted to talk to us. So this connection between the university, the profession, and the society at large, it's unbelievably unique to Alberta. Seriously, I'm the envy of all the other veterinary deans worldwide who are now following Alberta, because guess what they're doing? They're increasing their seats. And Alberta was first in North America. Just saying, isn't our motto start something, President? Yeah, we are starting something. So that's what we are doing. And we are not stopping there. So I'm going to make a sales pitch here, just saying, people, Minister, you have a proposal on the table, right? And it's budget going on right now, right? With the best will in the world and building as quickly as we can, right, team? These graduates won't hit the market until 2029. That's the fastest we can do it. In the meanwhile, we would like to contribute a kind of a short to medium term solution. We would like to help to onboard, recruit and onboard international veterinary graduates. Hey, Alberta is brilliant. I came here because the people are nice, the skiing is good, the hiking is good, and so on. The university is awesome to do things at. So yeah, it's going to be popular. However, even the best cow vets in Europe will struggle with providing feedlots with the support they need, because I think there are 3 feedlots in Europe, but they are not very common. So what we suggest is that we would like to create a stackable certificate program that allows us to tailor really quick market-orientated learning opportunities to the individual needs of international vets. So you know that proposal, right? I'm sure you have time this afternoon to review that. Yeah, awesome. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you for coming to join us. And next milestone when we are going to open, August 2025, right? So please come back, and thank you all for coming. Yeah, apologies, Serge. I forgot to introduce you. I do it now. So I would like to introduce my colleague at UCVM, an amazing veterinarian who is also the incoming president of the Alberta Veterinary Medical Association, Dr. Serge Chalhoub.
Thank you so very much. And I have to say, I think that was the first time Dean Weller introduced me. Usually it's the opposite. So I actually feel very special right now. I'm glad that was on camera. I'm just going to note that. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Weller, for the kind introduction. It's such an honor to be sharing the podium with you and all of you today. And also all the guests. Thank you all for coming. I know my students were very confused, excited, confused, very worried about why I was wearing a suit today. And I was explaining them to why, and they were, okay, we get this. And also just reflecting, this is a room where I usually come and teach feline physical exams. Certainly not the kind of wear I would usually wear, but here we are today. Very excited to be here with you. Minister Sawhney, thank you so much for being here. Emily, lovely, always a huge supporter. Dr. McCauley, Dr. Weller, invited guests. My name is Serge Chalhoub, and I am the incoming president of the Alberta Veterinary Medical Association. And as you heard from Dr. Weller, I'm also a very proud UCVM faculty member, have been for the last 10 years. Today marks a very, very important day for our profession and also for all our faculty and students who are excited by the needed growth of this critical faculty and facility. I am pleased to be joined today also by some ABVMA colleagues, Dr. Megan Bergman over there, our newly appointed registrar of the ABVMA, and Dr. Phil Buat, our complaints director and deputy registrar. I'm also pleased to be joined by Dr. Pat Burridge, who is over there, who's past president of the ABVMA, and Dr. Burridge was very instrumental in working with government and many partners, including the University of Calgary, to secure the funding necessary for this very expansion that we are here today celebrating. I wanted to thank him greatly on behalf of the entire profession and the University of Calgary for all the work he has done for this expansion. A huge thank you. And also for being a mentor as me as incoming president. I also want to pass along regrets from our ABVMA president, Dr. Natasha Kutrick. Dr. Kutrick really wanted to be here today, but duty called. And this is the life of a veterinarian and especially a rural beef producer. For those who know, being a veterinarian out in rural practice, often, as she likes to say, you have to hop in your truck and just go. And as she likes to say, duty always before the fun. That is also very interesting. She does pass her wishes, her best wishes and appreciation to the government, the University of Calgary, and Dr. Weller for all the hard work and partnership that allows us to celebrate today's historic moment for our veterinary faculty, profession, and also our province. Today, I stand here humbly before you representing the approximately 3,800 veterinarians and veterinary technologists, medical professionals in Alberta who are working in over 575 veterinary practices across this beautiful province. I can assure you, Minister, that they are excited by this historic moment and for veterinary medicine because it represents two broad things, which you've already touched upon. First about is that this groundbreaking represents acknowledgement of the importance of our veterinary profession to the health and economy of our province. And secondly, it represents hope, true hope for our professionals that help is on the way. Today is about acknowledgement, hope, and certainty that our hardworking but stretched profession will have more well-trained veterinarians to work with, and they will also have access to diagnostic lab capability that will help them better diagnose and treat animals. Alberta and the world, as you heard from Dr. Weller, are facing massive shortages of veterinary professionals, both veterinarians and veterinary technologists. The solutions to address these workforce challenges are complex, and unfortunately, there is no quick fix. But we know that working together alongside each other on solutions for these workforce challenges is necessary for the future of our province. Without enough veterinarians and adequate diagnostic capacity, our food security, management of diseases, and livelihoods of our agricultural producers are at risk. It takes leadership, a commitment to bettering Alberta, and partnerships at all levels in all corners of the province to work on solutions that involve sustainable level of investment of this scale that would have a generational impact on not just the profession, but on all the people of Alberta. The Alberta government's investment of over $70 million, you've heard that, is historic and positively impacts the economic future of our province. The funding, as you heard, expands the number of graduates from 50 to 100 and provides expansions to the facilities to accommodate the new students and faculty who will be developing innovative approaches to treating our animals, conducting necessary animal research that bridges human and animal health, and will be working collaboratively for a provincial veterinary network to ensure accessible care for animal owners. As we look to the future today, I must say I stand proud, very proud to be a part of the veterinary profession, one of the oldest and one that has shaped the Alberta economy since the early 1900s. Veterinary medicine touches everything from our own personal pets to emergency medicine, feedlot health, cow-calf production, dairy production, swine, equine, poultry, sheep medicine, and even bees. A lot of people that I speak to don't even know that veterinarians are involved in that. And of course, we cannot forget the exotic animals, including reptiles and birds. Our association and membership take pride in how our profession has been critical to Alberta's development and is helping to shape the future health and prosperity of our province. Today's groundbreaking recognizes this critical role of our professions and plays a very important role in the collective commitment to sustainable funding for veterinary education and animal diagnostics, lab diagnostic services in Alberta. I wanted to thank Minister Sawhney for her commitment to public education and the work being done at UCBM. A huge thank you. Our profession appreciates your leadership, and we look forward to working together in the days ahead as we continue looking for solutions to professional workforce challenges. In other words, our work here together is only beginning, Minister. And I actually have my Twitter feed, my Facebook, my other social media on here that I'll no, I'm just kidding. But our thanks also goes on to Minister Sergerson, who couldn't be here today, who continues a long tradition of building a positive relationship between the veterinary profession and the agriculture sector. We appreciate the funding provided to the lab that will support livestock diagnostics and help our veterinary professionals better manage zoonotic diseases. We look forward to working together towards the goal of a long-term sustainable funding lab and ensuring veterinary workforce capacity in rural Alberta. Perhaps Mr. Sawhney can also let him know that we are excited to work with him very closely and also that our work together is also just beginning. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge MLA Jackie Lovely, who needs no introduction to the veterinary workforce of Alberta, been a fierce advocate for veterinary medicine. A huge thank you so much. MLA Lovely has visited vet clinics in her Camrose constituency to learn firsthand about the issues facing rural veterinarians, and she's been a great friend to our profession. This groundbreaking would not have happened without her. Thank you, Emily Lovely. We really, really appreciate it, and we look forward to continue working with you as well. This is only the beginning of a triumphant days shared together. Lastly, today would not be a triumph without the bold vision and perseverance of the University of Calgary and Dr. Weller. Thank you, Dr. McCauley, for the vision to build an exceptional veterinary faculty and to hire an exceptional leader in Dr. Weller to lead this awesome faculty that I also call home. Our profession is proud to have a strong working relationship with Dr. Weller and her team. We look forward to working together and standing in the new facilities. They will get built. I've heard they will get built. Celebrating the graduates of UCVM. On behalf of all the veterinarians and veterinary technologists of this beautiful province, thank you to Alberta government and the university for the opportunities to be here today. It's definitely worth me wearing a suit today. My students were, again, still curious, but definitely proud of me able to share this with you today. I will now turn the podium to Minister's Press Release, Mackenzie Blythe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We are now ready to begin the question and answer segment of today's announcement. I would ask all journalists in attendance to please state your name and your outlet before your first question, as well as clarifying who your question is directed to. Everyone will have the opportunity to ask one question and one follow-up question. We will begin with reporters present before moving to the phones. Can we please have the first question from the mic? No questions from the mic. Operator, please put through the first caller on the phones.
Jonathan Bradley, Western Standard. Hello, my question is for Minister Sawhney. So Minister Sawhney, you spoke about this program wanting to recruit more veterinarians into the profession, but obviously there's no guarantee that these veterinarians will stay in Alberta after graduation. What will you do to ensure that these veterinarians stay in Alberta?
Can you just repeat the question? There's a little bit of interference. I got the first part.
Okay. So with this program, it's about recruiting more people to become veterinarians.
Okay.
But there's no guarantee they'll stay in Alberta after graduation. What will you do to ensure these veterinarians stay in Alberta?
Okay, I got it. Thank you for repeating that question. And yes, this program is designed to, and this investment is designed to double the number of seats in the province. And what we find is when students spend some time at an institution in a city and undertake studies in that program, they generally end up staying here. And we have an incredible demand. We have a shortage of veterinarians in the province. So just being able to have those opportunities readily available for new graduates, that in itself is very compelling. So I'm very, very confident that if we have students who are going to be studying here at this facility, once it's fully open in 2025, they will find themselves with a plethora of job offers and opportunities. And of course, I mean, Alberta is the best province in this country. So why would anybody ever want to leave? So we